Hi, I'm Annie Lichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in for some meditation today. I have two dogs, and they're both here, one here and one here. So hopefully we'll all benefit from a nice practice today. We're going to be talking about self-awareness, and why that's important is the more self-aware we are about how we're processing our experiences every day, day in, day out, it actually allows us to be more calm, more at peace, more responsive, and less reactive. So we're going to be working with our experience and becoming more self-aware about how we're going through our day, navigating, and how we're processing that in our minds, in our bodies, all of that. So let's take our comfortable posture. If you're seated in a chair, just relax the body, invite it to soften. If you're seated on a cushion, get comfortable, allowing the spine to be upright and dignified, not leaning back against anything in either way. Having our hands, we're just going to place our hands very comfortably, just let them rest, relax on our legs. Feeling our shoulder blades, just gliding down, smoothing down, relaxing down the back, and the tops of the shoulders relaxing. Noticing if the jaw can soften and relax. We'll close our eyes down. We experience a lot of our life through our sense of sight. And closing that down, the sense of sight allows us to move more closely into the other ways we experience things in our other senses. And it allows us to look through a different lens to even notice our thinking and how our thinking affects how we live our life. So I invite you to close your eyes down if that's possible for you. Just get comfortable here as we move closer home, back home to ourselves, and let the external world go for right now. And we'll take a breath in, filling up our belly, filling up our chest, just becoming very close to the feeling of the breath coming in, and then the breath moving out of the body, releasing, inviting for ourselves a letting go, a loosening up, a softening within. As we exhale and we feel that the chest is moving, contracting in, and the belly button is moving toward the backbone. And then we could hold the breath here for a few seconds at the bottom of the exhale. And again, we'll fill up in the belly on an inhale, fill up as the chest moves up, the rib cage expanding, chest filling up all the way up to the top of the chest. On an inhale, exhaling is contracting the chest, contracting the rib cage, and the belly button moves in. Hold the breath at the bottom for just a few seconds here. Again, we'll expand the belly on the inhale here, filling up the rib cage and the full chest as we start to become more familiar with this feeling on the inhale of our whole body expanding and opening, and then exhaling and contracting and releasing, and also inviting a releasing of anything tense or tight or unneeded in the body as we're releasing on the exhale. Hold the breath at the bottom of the exhale for just a pause here. Another inhale, and start to become now maybe a little bit closer to the feeling of the belly filling up, the chest filling up, and then as we exhale, releasing, everything contracts all the way down to the belly button, moving back toward the backbone on the exhale. Holding the breath. And then releasing that technique. Just become still and notice how the body feels. Just recognize the difference between feeling the body and how we're thinking about the body. Feeling a tingling, aliveness perhaps somewhere in the body. Just scanning through and recognizing that teetering between the felt experience and then what the mind is thinking about the experience. This improves our overall self-awareness. So now we'll inhale for a count of 4, inhaling 2, 3, 4, and then we'll exhale for about a count of 8. Use your best guidance for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, again this is through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, find your own rhythm with an elongated exhale if this count does not work for you. Exhaling. Inhaling. If it helps to count to keep yourself focused, you can do that to yourself. Exhaling. Inhaling. If it helps to feel the body moving. Exhaling. Find something to pay attention to. Bring your mind's ability to focus on something. Inhaling. Stay with the focus, not in the thoughts. Exhaling. Inhaling, finding a rhythm and a pattern with this elongated exhale. Exhaling. Inhaling, knowing you're inhaling. Exhaling, knowing you're exhaling. Stay within the body. Inhaling. If you get lost in thought, come back to the body or the counting. Exhaling. Inhaling, saturated in the feeling in the body. Exhaling, we'll do a little bit more together here. Inhaling, we're communicating so much with this breathing practice together within the deepest part of our body. Exhaling, finding your pattern rhythm. Our bodies love patterns and rhythms. They respond to them in a calm, cool, collected way. Inhaling, exhaling. And now we'll let go of that elongated exhale, breathing, and just let the breath breathe all on its own without any control or exertion. Let it find a smooth and soft and comfortable rhythm, all its own. And we can start to pay attention to our experience of our senses and our thinking in a much more tangible way here. And really understand how our thinking affects our day. So, with our eyes closed and our body more relaxed, we can use our senses to really start to see what our moment-to-moment experience of our life is from a different perspective. So we can use our felt sense. We can use seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, all of our senses to really understand our life, right? That's how we go through our life, through the experience of our senses. So right now we're really going to hone in on the felt sense, experiencing the felt sense of our feet. Bring all of our focus. Our mind has this ability to think and to focus, and we can bring all of our focus to our feet and really stay with our feet, pay attention. Bring our focus here, noticing the sensations of our heels, our arches, the balls of our feet, our toes, our joints, the tops of our feet. Really magnify and saturate in the sense of our feet, noticing this electrical living force that's in our feet, this sense of aliveness. We might also quickly recognize as we start to saturate how easily we get moved into the thinking mind. The thinking mind is assessing, evaluating, judging the experience of our feet. So we can feel our feet, feel this electrical, alive quality in our feet, and then our thinking mind immediately starts to judge and assess and evaluate this. There's two ways we perceive our experience of our feet here. The pure, raw sensation and felt sense, and our analysis of it through the mind. They're very distinct perspectives. We might usually be paying attention to an ache and a pain in a joint of the feet, maybe the big toe or our heels or our arches, or any number of injuries that we've had to our feet. Maybe we're really assessing and analyzing through the thinking mind how our feet are in this negative way. But we can start to realize there's this very positive, energetic flow running through our feet if we bring our focus here now. And it's always here. It's just more subtle than an ache or a pain. But it is absolutely, definitively here because we are energetic beings. So we could feel the shimmery, alive tingling in our feet. And it's a softer, less intrusive experience than an ache or a pain. But it is also a very calming experience, a soothing experience when we start to really feel and absorb in this tingling, alive, energetic, positive aspect of this feeling that we can experience just in our feet. We could move our attention and our focus, our mind's ability to be very focused. We can move it to the palms of our hands. If it helps to have your palms facing up toward the sky, I know this helps sometimes to really feel this sense of aliveness for some people. Bring all of our focus to the palms of our hand and our fingers and the pads of our fingers and the tops of our hand and the knuckles and the joints in our thumbs and all the fingers. Just really scan through, really feel a sense of what's here. What can you experience right now in your hands? We tend to, in our thinking mind, go again to maybe a negative aspect of our joints, our aching joints, or maybe a cut on a finger, or some sore injury. But if we really stop and saturate in the full experience, this felt experience of our hands, we could notice this, again, very subtle, positive flow of energy, aliveness. And the more we focus on it, the felt sense of it, the more calming, nourishing, soothing, self-soothing we bring to our day. So again, notice the difference here as we just pay attention to the palms of our hands and our fingers, and notice sensations that become obvious in this electrical flow that's running through our body. We start to realize that our thinking mind is the part that usually goes to the negative about one small aspect of maybe our hands. And the reality is there's this aliveness that exists, and it really expands our idea of who we are. It opens up a different perspective and points to the smallness of the thinking mind in relation to the reality of this positive energy flow that is always happening in our whole body, day in, day out, allowing us to do all that we do every single day. And this can expand our sense of overall contentedness, calmness, peacefulness, happiness, just understanding this shift in perspective, this greater self-awareness of we are not simply a pain in our joint in our finger and being frustrated with that pain through our thinking mind. We are, in fact, this very alive, down to the cellular level, active, forceful being that can do so much and has done so much every single day through this alive quality of us. And yet our thinking mind usually tries to bring us into just a very small, minute detail without seeing this full horizon. And this brings us a greater sense of understanding ourselves from a new way, and it actually can bring a sense of relief and okayness. And it really improves and widens our sense of understanding ourselves. The difference between feeling this pure felt sense of who we are and when we bring our thinking mind into it and evaluate only through our assessing thinking mind. Seeing these two ways of viewing things can really help improve the quality of our lives from moment to moment, to day to day. I want to thank you so much for spending time here, enjoying the felt sense in very small but powerful ways. Thank you.